I'm neutral good, so...
So that means you can stab children.
Sweet.
It doesn't mean you can stab children, John. No. Bad. I still need to get that fucking spray bottle. I've been talking about that for years. Hello again, everyone. Dungeon Master Rick here with Hammer of the Gods. This week, we're back with John and Jazz, aka Nikolas and Callista, to follow up on their adventures in between our main campaign. We're going to pick up from where we left off. Basically, you guys were headed back to the city where the rest of the party was, instead of going straight back to the witches.
But I still have a feather.
Yes. You can put it in your hair. Be cute. Just this giant fucking bowl. John, where you would be picking back up would be in the city of Maida. That's where everyone was going back to. And you and Callista had made a plan to meet up there after you met up with the party.
Have we already met up, or am I still looking for you?
Well, it's not that you're looking for it. You guys agreed to meet up.
We've already met up.
Okay.
Example. I want to look for him.
Yeah.
I'm just standing in the middle of town square like an asshole.
Yeah, not
holding out
like...
my feather, hoping it points me.
Pretty sure I can spot his eye.
Oh. Do I still have it?
Yes, we had that whole conversation.
The Gryffon.
The Griffon, Jesus Christ. Sure.
Can I keep it for a pet?
We'll see.
I want it.
We'll see.
That means no.
Roll an animal handling check.
This better be a good roll.
One.
Nat 20. Nat. I'm not kidding. That's a nat 20.
I love how you're just like, it's going to look the other way now.
It was a kind of a hits the other day.
It landed in the box, not on the floor.
So, you have it for now.
Okay. I guess a little while's better than nothing. Although I want to ride it, and I gotta wait till it gets older.
Yeah, it's a baby. And you know nothing about training fucking animals. Especially, like, domesticating a wild animal.
I mean, you're huge. Is it big?
No, it's a baby.
It will be.
I mean...
Are they tiny?
Technically, it's big enough for you to ride it whenever it's full grown. But,
You might not be able to fly.
I mean, it probably would, but, like, it's going to be a little awkward. And, again, you don't know how to train it! So how are you... It's not a horse where, like, you're just going to get thrown off and hurt real bad. Because if it takes the fuck off, you're going to die.
Not necessarily. This is a game of fantasy.
Yeah.
If I roll on that 20, I'll survive.
That is not how that works. Nat 20 doesn't automatically mean you succeed at everything. Not falling.
Land on my feet, land on my kneecap, shoved through my skull.
You said it, not me. So, yes, for now, you have this little Griffon. And, what are you doing in the inn?
So I guess we're sitting. I'm telling her everything that happened with the group before we met up. Okay, so we wound up going to this cave. Wound up fighting this weird beast.
It's a basilisk.
I couldn't remember.
I don't know what that is.
Because I didn't know anything about it. My character didn't know anything about it to begin with. We were just killing it.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yes.
Because I thought it was Nate's character that knew about it, and I didn't know.
I mean, you knew why you were there. Because the witches sent the rest of the party there.
So we ended up fighting this basilisk. And for some reason, we decided we were going to steal its eyes after we killed it. Wound up...
I don't think it was a we thing. I think that was more of a Romanos thing.
But anyways, So we wound up actually finding all these eggs, and there was several of these little guys hatched, so we each took one.
Oh.
There was some of them that actually had eagle heads, and I had like the guy that had the blue jay head, so that's the one I took.
Yeah, so...
He was talking about that the other day.
Yeah. So,
Just
otherwise looks like a griffin, but instead of the eagle, it looks like a blue jay.
And I like to think that instead of like a brown body, because you know how you used to use this.
It's all blue. Blue and white. Like, it has the same coloring as a blue jay.
That was my last couple days. Anyway, so I wound up with this thing on my shoulder right here. I named him Buddy.
Creative.
Buddy.
Did you strain yourself coming up with that name?
That's better than what I call my dog, asshole.
True.
That's real name's Duke.
Duke asshole.
Duke asshole.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
So, that's a basilisk. It's similar to, like, Medusa, that it can turn people to stone by looking at them. So, it's a very, very small griffin. It's like... Yeah, I was going to say like a big cat, basically, size at this point, because it's a baby. It's a fairly, like, not a newborn, but pretty close.
He just hatched.
Basically, yeah.
Like mine can't fly yet. It was Romano's that could fly.
I mean...
There was only one of them that could fly.
Only one of them flew that time, but we never established that.
Oh, okay.
So, but either way, I mean, they're all babies. Like,
all the same age.
It's hard to say. Because they were in the hatched, so they were already hatched at that point. As you guys are talking about what you've both been up to, I mean, is there anything that you want to say that you've been doing since the last time? Because we'll say it's probably been at least a couple days, if not like a couple weeks.
Since I last seen him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've just been sitting around doing a lot of thinking. Drifting.
Yeah.
Until it was time to meet up with you.
Did you miss me?
No.
Oh.
Keep in mind, they're married in real life.
I have pity for you.
That's why we're married in real life.
The one and only reason. Like, this poor bastard. Somebody's got to.
She looked at me and said, "You're cute, but you're dumb."
You're probably not entirely wrong. Especially judging from the face she just made.
I plead the fifth.
Good choice. So, as you guys are talking about the adventures you've both been on, a familiar voice from behind you says, "Nikolas, it's good to see you."
Oh, hey, you! It's been a while.
Are you just saying that because I said it's a familiar voice, or because you know who it is?
I know who it is.
Okay.
Although I forgot his name.
Their name.
Their name?
Timaeus.
Yeah.
Magic giver guy.
That's what I'm going to start calling it. Magic giver guy. How you doing?
Like a magic dealer?
Kind of. So anyway, what do you say to Timaeus?
That's exactly what I just said. Hey, you. Been a while.
I fucking hate you sometimes.
the ball's in your court there, DM.
So is your character supposed to be you? Like, is your character you?
You know what's funny?
Basically.
They actually are never me, but because I suck at role playing, they always wind up being me.
Why don't you make someone like you? Similar.
I mean, Nikolas is basically him.
We did try to do that here, but
No, it just worked out that way. So they say, I see that you were able to find my friend.
Yep.
And help him.
Sure was.
Thank you for that. Did you find the gifts that I left for you and Acadius?
Talking about the feather and everything?
No.
Or the Griffons?
Acadius was where you first met Timaeus. Before you guys set out.
Oh.
Remember the note that you were like, okay, I opened the letter. It's a fucking note that just has the letter N on it. I read the letter. It says in for Nikolas. Okay, I open it. It was like 30 minutes of just open the fucking bag that the note is on.
What was the gifts? I honestly don't remember.
Let me see your character sheet. God damn it, you didn't even write them down, John. Dickhead.
Yeah, I dropped them in the cave. Yeah, they were very handy for a while, but then I dropped them in the cave. The whole bag. All of it. I don't know. Don't do that. Don't go with that.
I wasn't going to.
You look like you was fixing to.
I know for sure that there were 2 rings in there. Because you were going on and on about how you wanted to wear them both on one hand and some other dumb shit. You never did anything with them.
I didn't put them on my hand?
You did.
So I'm still wearing
After another, 20 minutes of you being like, okay, well, I want to put it on my thumb and my pinky or some dumb shit like that. Yeah, I don't know. It was ridiculous. You were just like, okay, I'm like...
Okay, that's just that little bit's what I need. So I hold up my hand like this, the aloha hand.
Yeah, there's one on each ring finger.
Looks good, doesn't it?
And they're just like... You know you're wearing that wrong.
Huh?
No, again, you put it on each ring finger.
Yeah.
You already did that.
Oh, so looks good, doesn't it?
Damn it, John. Get out. Get the fuck out. We're done. So they come over and just take one of your hands and they're inspecting the ring and they say, you haven't attuned to them, have you?
I didn't know I was supposed to.
I see. And Timaeus explains to you how to do that. And as they're explaining it, you feel kind of like a tingling from each of the rings. And then, after a minute or so, it kind of fades away.
What was all that about?
They just look at you and kind of smirk and say, I thought you'd be used to that by now.
When your whole body starts tingling, you still ask questions. It's not normal.
It's not the first time that's happened whenever they've been around.
It's true. When you're around, my body tingles.
Yeah. Anyway. So they explain to you that one is a ring that allows you to cast the spell Jump, essentially.
Sweet.
But instead of having to cast it, it just automatically is in effect. And the other is a Ring of Featherfall. So you can now jump significantly further and reduce how much damage you could potentially take if you fell from a far height.
So now I can ride the Gryffon.
It's still a baby. But you're less likely to die. You already had these a long time ago. You just never used them.
Should you write that down?
Yes.
No.
No, but did you not write it down the second time I told you?
Yeah, because the first time I never actually told him what they were. Because he never, investigated them or asked or anything like that. Despite the fact that, Jonas used the Identify spell on some of his stuff. You were... No.
Oh.
His own stuff. And you were just like, cool. These look pretty.
I got bling.
Jesus. Anyway. So, they say, and I see you've made a friend. Who is this?
This is Callista.
Ah. It's nice to meet you, Callista. My name's Timaeus.
Nice to meet you as well.
They hold out their hand.
And I just stare at him as he holds out his hand towards me.
Them. You get the non-binary tingle. So, after introducing themselves to you, they just say, I have another favor, if you are prepared to assist me again.
Yay, I'm going on an adventure.
They just chuckle again and say, I'm glad you enjoy these little favors. This time, I need you to investigate some ruins for me.
Okay, which ruins?
You don't know this area, so if you were like, oh, which ruins? They could tell you the name and you'd just be like, okay, cool.
Okay, so where am I going then?
So they tell you how to get there and say, I'm curious because supposedly there's some ancient information there that I would quite like to get my hands on. It would be very beneficial.
Mind if I ask what kind of information, or just am I looking for like a stone tablet, or?
Why would it be a stone tablet?
Ancient.
It's ancient. Most things are written on stuff when it's ancient.
Like paper.
Yeah, most things are written on stuff.
We're all ancient.
Oh, man.
I don't want to go in blind. I want to know if I'm looking for a ruby that's got like some kind of magic thing that makes me absorb the information, or something that's got something written on it.
I mean, valid points, I guess.
Because I'm pretty sure if I come back with just a plain rock thinking I'm looking for what you're wanting, you're probably going to be pissed if it's not right.
They just say, I wouldn't be mad. I know how you are.
Good, because I've got a feather.
I see that.
I am personally agitated by the lack of knowledge of what we're doing. And my partner's stupidity.
So, they say, I am not for sure what form this information will take, but you will know when you find it.
Okay.
What?
How does he know?
My body starts
Does he
tingling.
know where?
He doesn't even know where he is. But he'll know this.
Okay. Once I will just go with the flow.
Yeah, you get used to it eventually. She doesn't get used to it eventually.
No.
Spoiler alert.
No.
Okay, so are you guys going to do anything before you head out?
I think I've already got all the supplies and stuff that I need. I don't have a lot of money to buy anything.
And so you can have a bow.
Well, I guess take what you can take. I'll take a bow. I miss my shooting. Like I know, although I got an Eldritch Blast, but I get picked on when I use it. So
It's only because warlocks have one spell. They actually have a bunch of spells, but they only ever seem to use Eldritch Blast.
Is it Eldritch Blast or Eldritch?
For the 10,000th time, Eldritch.
Okay.
That's the CH. Are you guys doing anything?
No, I think I'm good. I still have plenty of supplies.
I'm here to shoot stuff and roleplay. Alright, so you guys are headed out?
Yeah.
Cool. So, Nikolas, you lead the way out of the city.
If it wasn't for me, the team would be very bored.
I mean, you guys would find other dumb shit to do. But, anyway, so you lead the way out of the city. You know it'll take you a couple of days to get there. So you have to make camp. And there's only the two of you, so you guys will have to figure out how to break up the night on shifts so that you guys can also get sleep. Or you guys will just have to sleep and see how it goes.
Want me to take first watch?
I really don't want to wake up. I just want to sleep. I'd much rather take our chances and we both be resting.
And do.
Because you need to save those brain cells. and get some rest.
She said it, not me.
I will go to sleep. But if we get mauled by a bear, I hope it eats me first.
I'll just save you again.
You already got mauled by a bear.
Not part of this story.
Technically it is, though. John, roll your 2 d10s.
That's a 2 and a 50.
I have to make sure this won't kill you.
Watch this bite me in the ass.
It might. I need both of you to make perception checks.
16, not bad.
18 plus 4, so 22.
Nice.
Perception's who gets to go first, right?
Perception is what you can see, hear, smell, taste, feel.
Oh, what you can.
What languages do you guys speak?
Oh shit. Common, Minotaur, and is that Celestial?
Yeah.
I don't have that information actually.
We'll say, for the hell of it, so you speak Common, because everybody speaks Common, basically. We'll say Undercommon, also.
Undercommon.
Don't worry about it. And then Orcish. Both of you just bolt awake in the middle of the night, and you hear these booming voices, just like this incredibly deep speech. And Nikolas, you don't know what they're saying. It just sounds like gibberish to you. Like, you can hear it pretty clearly, and you feel like if you could understand what they were saying, you could pretty well hear it, but you're just like, I have no idea what's going on. Callista, you can understand them. So you hear several voices, and it sounds like they're arguing about where to go.
You understand what they're saying?
Can I roll for perception on... Hey, no, hold on. So they're talking about where they need to go?
Mm-hmm. You hear one of them is like,
let's go this way. I bet there'll be lots of people for us to eat over this way.
the other one says,
Oh, no, you don't know where you're going.
and there's a few more, and they're just all kind of talking over each other at the same time.
I guess I need to enlighten my partner that we're about to get eaten and we need to get the fuck up and run. So, Nikolas, we need to get our shit fast. We have, I'm assuming, orcs. Have they ever seen people?
Hey, you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, have you?
Is it a big, like, Cyclops looking person?
No, in orc, I mean, typically they're like greenish. In Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, they do eat people. Some of the fantasy stuff, but not always. They're usually shown as like green looking. They basically look like people, but they've got like tusks. They're usually a little bit taller, a little bit heavier set, like more muscly.
Think Shrek crossed with Arnold Schwarzenegger and a saber-toothed tiger.
No.
Okay. Anyway, so we need to get our shit and get out of here. At least hide temporarily to see where they go. What direction they're heading in.
You could roll a survival check. Not you, Nikolas.
I'm giving her the dice.
Oh, okay.
She don't have no dice.
Maybe don't be an asshole.
It'll be 12.
Okay, so you can't say 100% for sure. You're not like it's definitely that way. You guys are in a little bit of a hilly area. It sounds like some of it may be echoing off of some of the hills, but you think more or less you know the general direction. You're not certain.
I am going to try to hide nearby. Maybe like a bush or something.
Are you packing up your stuff first, or are you just like leaving it and then gonna hide?
No, I'm gonna pack it and hide.
Okay.
Because I don't want to leave traces of my existence there.
Right.
And then I'm going to take my hands and look on the ground and hide any of our footprints that I see.
I was very concerned when you said that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna dig a hole and hide.
So, Nikolas, I need you to roll a survival check.
I'm going to trip while I'm on all fours. I rolled an 11. So I actually rolled a 13.
Roll another survival, Callista, to see if you can pack up quickly. You're in a hurry.
Ooh, not bad.
I got 22.
Okay, yeah. You pack everything up faster than you ever have. And yeah, did you roll yours?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
13.
Alright, so I now need you guys both to roll stealth. You said you wanted to hide.
I rolled 13. Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you're gonna hide.
So you guys hide in these bushes, and you feel the ground start to shake as these voices seem to be drawing nearer. And your little Griffon friend, who was also woken in the middle of the night, being a baby, is cranky and hungry and starts just pecking at you, biting your ear, and just chirping.
Knock it off.
It's a wild animal, John.
I have a bag, right?
Yeah?
And I grab it and I put it in the bag and tell it to shut up. Cinch the bag.
Roll an animal handling check.
You're trying to make me do that because you don't like that idea.
Because you're putting an animal in a bag.
It's breathable.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a 5.
You try to put it in this bag, and it bites your finger, like to the point that it draws blood, and you take a point of damage. And I mean, it's gonna hurt, like it stings. So you're probably not gonna be super quiet about getting bit.
Can I thump it in the nose and say no?
Flick it.
Yeah.
Those are two very different things.
That's a thump.
When you say thump it in the nose, I just picture you like full on punching it.
No, I mean thumping.
All right, Alabama. It's a flick. I mean, it's already, like, it bites you, and then it starts running out of the bush. Runs off, and you see it trying to flap its wings and take off.
Just let it go. Try to catch it.
I mean, you already tried to suffocate it. So, think about it. Would you put a child into a bag if they were being noisy? The answer is no. So what are you doing?
I guess I'm going to try to catch it because I don't want to get eaten.
Okay, so you bolt out of this bush after it.
Yay, awesome.
And as you take off, what you had previously thought was a tree starts to move, and you notice it's a gigantic leg towering above you.
Ooh.
And you look up, and you see this enormous man with 2 heads, wearing nothing but a loincloth, carrying, essentially, an uprooted tree in one hand. And you see one head turns to the other and says,
I think we found our midnight snack.
Alright, and that's where we're going to end this episode. Thanks again for joining us, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will be back next week with a new episode. Make sure to follow us on social media. We're at HammPod, it's HAMMPOD, on most social media, other than Twitter, where we are Hammer O, just the letter O, the gods. Also on Twitter, you can find Kay at dark_hoops114, and you can also find her at the same username on Twitch and YouTube. She's been doing a variety of different streams of her playing different games, and it's definitely a lot of fun to watch, just being a goofy goober. And you can find C at ValorBardJonos, all one word. And Jonos is JHONOS. We'll also have that in our description so you can find them more easily. And make sure that you turn on notifications and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. That way you can keep up with our latest episodes as we post them. Thank you. Bye.